A symphony from Harbin just echoed through Madrid. Most northeastern Chinese people don't know it yet. If you are from northeast China, you have been probably spent years explaining where Harbin is. You tell people about Ice Festival, about long winters, about dumplings, sausages, and streets covered in snow. But yesterday, something else from Harbin arrived in Europe. An original Chinese symphony called Ode to Civilization was performed in Madrid, Spain. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized this wasn't simply a concert. It was a story about Harbin itself. The composer Wang Ning was born in 1954. He belongs to a generation that witnesses China's transformation from an industrializing nation into one of the world's most connected societies. But what makes his work fascinating isn't his age, it's how he thinks. Listening to Ode to Civilization feels strangely similar to watching a science fiction film. Ancient melodies meet modern orchestration, Chinese musical traditions encounter Bach. Fragments of different civilizations appear, disappear, and reappear in new forms. It feels less like classical composition and more like cultural sampling, like a DJ working with thousands of years of human memory, which is why I keep thinking about cyberpunk. Cyberpunk isn't really about technology, it's about connection. It's about different worlds colliding, different histories sharing the same space. Different identities exist in similar distance, and that's exactly what this symphony does. For people from Harbin, there is something especially meaningful about that, because Harbin itself has always been a meeting point, a city where East meets West, where Russian architecture stands beside Chinese neighborhoods, where European musical traditions became part of local culture, where different histories learn to coexist. In many ways, Harbin has always been a little bit cyberpunk. Not because of neon lights, but because it was built on cultural intersections. Wang Ning grew up in that environment, and perhaps Ode to Civilization is simply the latest expression of that Harbin spirit. I believe that different civilizations don't have to erase one another. They can listen. They can respond. We can create something new together. Yesterday in Madrid, audiences heard a symphony. But for many of us from Northeast China, it felt like something else. It felt like hearing a familiar voice from home, traveling across continents. Remember that Harbin is not only a city of ice and snow, it is also a city of stories, ideas, and cultural imagination. And sometimes those stories travel further than we ever expected.